Sir, it's on, sir. We can start.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So good morning and greetings to one and all. Innovation and Entrepreneurship Development Cell in association with IPR Cell of SRCAS welcomes you all for this 5-day faculty development program titled Creating Holistic and Innovative Startup Ecosystem in Higher Education Institutions with the IPR Facility. Today, day 4, we have Mr. Jothi Murugan, founder, managing partner, Robotex. Sir is here to deliver his address on the topic Copyright for Educators and Fundamentals of Trademark. As this session will benefit all of us as we are writing manuals for our lab practicals, literature department faculties used to write contents, articles, blogs, all these can be copyrighted. So on behalf of the entire SRCAS faculty community, I welcome Jothi Murugan sir. I also welcome the entire participants. Hope his expertise knowledge will give us a deep learning in copyright and trademark. So all on our behalf, now I welcome Jothi Murugan sir for this session. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Shall I start the session?
Yes, sir. We can start the session, sir.
Okay, sir. So is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So very good morning to one and all present here. So to attend this session, even on the Sunday.
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Let me check it out. Is it audible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, sir. So on this Sunday, so we are going to discuss about the trademark, about copyright, and other IP related topics. Yesterday we have discussed about IPR and innovation and how to convert the research work into patents or inventions. So since you are from, if mostly for engineering, the patents they handle in a different way. Since you are from business administration or science, so you have about to maybe in English and mathematics and other departments, maybe copyright will be more useful. But I even you can also file patents, as I discussed, as we discussed yesterday. So today I'm going to discuss about about trademarks, copyrights, geographical indication, and trade secrets. So trademark. What is trademark? Trademark is a word, phrase, symbol, or design, or a combination of these. So that identifies and distinguishes the source of goods on one party from those of others. That means it may be any word, phrase, symbol, or design. But when you see the product's name or the logo, you can easily, you have to easily differentiate and you have to identify the product based on the design or the word. So a trademark may be a word, for example, Coca-Cola. So we used to say it's a word mark, or a phrase like maybe we can call it as a slogan. That's invent your future. That's for ours, and maybe other one is inventing solutions, or invent the future for Bosch, for example. So these are all the phrases, that means slogans. And symbol, you know, this is what this symbol stands for. It's for Nike. And the next one is design. It's a Pepsi. It's a combination of word and design. So these are all the basic types. There are, apart from this, sound marks are there, service marks are there, and even earlier someone were trying to protect the maybe the dairy milk tried to protect the color of their brand, but it was not successful. But even now even sound marks are that can be protected. So what is the function of a trademark? Why trademark is essential? If you are starting a company or you are selling a brand, it gives a mark for a territory or expressing specific functions among similar products. How do you differentiate from the similar products in the market by using the specific trademark of yours? And it ensures the customers, your clients, that they can identify and differentiate your product from others. And it also ensures you can just license for franchising. You can use it. You can franchise your brand, and you can licensing your brand to other companies to either to manufacture on behalf of you. There are different types of trademark symbols. Initially, it's TM. You may have seen this. If you have applied for a trademark, then you can start using the symbol TM near to your brand name or your logo. That means it's before a grant, from filing to grant. Once it is granted, once you receive the registered certificate, you can start using R, this symbol. In some areas, they are for service mark, they are using the brand SM. In trademark, there are 45 classes. There are till 1 to 34 are related to products, and from 35 to 45 it's related to services. Okay, so just assume that you are going to start a business, or some of your students, or maybe from your incubators going to start a business. So for all the business or product, everyone needs a name. So you have to select a specific name. When you choose a trademark, it must be easy to spell or pronounce or remember. Maybe, for example, Inveneer is the name of my firm, but in India, everyone spells in a different way. Inveneer, Invenary, and different slangs. Because Inveneer is not an English language, it's a Latin. So every country pronounces that name in a different manner. What does the word Inveneer means? The word invention is derived from the Latin word invenire. That's why we have chosen that one. But even though there is a specific reason for that, strong reason for choosing that word, but it's we find it difficult to make a common pronunciation. So when you choose a product and you choose a name for your product, just decide the market where you pitch. What's the who is your target customer, and what is the target market? Based on that, choose that name. And please be careful. It should not give any adverse meaning in slang and desirable connotations. Maybe in other countries, if you choose some word, maybe in Tamil, but it may be it gives an adverse meaning in other languages. You know several examples, and also if you want to export your, maybe later you might export your product. Maybe Dubai or any other foreign countries, maybe because it differs. In Japan, there is no pronunciation for L. Traveler means in Japan it is traveru. So traveru. So there is no L. So they may find difficult to pronounce the name with starts with L or having the word L. And for example, in Germany, they don't use J, it's Ya. So my name, for example, Jothi Murugan means they used to call me a Yoti Murugan. So if you choose the name to sell the product in Germany or in Europe, if you use the word J, then they will pronounce it they will understand in a different manner. For example, when Michael Jackson went to Germany once, everyone started screaming that missile action, but even he himself couldn't find that they are telling his name. This is the best example. So you must be careful while choosing a brand name for your product. And please be careful. You should not give any adverse meaning in foreign languages. So when you choose a name, please use Google and translate the names and find the meaning in different languages, and ensure that it should not give any false meaning in their language. And it should not create confusion with the nature of the product. So it's a basic rule. Don't create confusion with the name. And it should be adaptable to all advertising media. The names, and it should be easy. The design, maybe if you choose a logo, it should be fit in all type of maybe the brochures or leaflets or website or any advertising media. It should be it should fit perfectly. So these are the basic things you should consider. There are different categories of trademark. One is fanciful and coined trademark. That means coined word means it's a made up word which does not have a specific dictionary meaning. So, for example, Xerox. We used to. It's our Xerox or copy Xerox எடுத்துட்டு. But actually, it's a photocopy. But even if I say use the word photocopy, sir, we don't have a provision to take photocopies. We will do only Xerox. So it becomes a day-to-day word. Then it is added in the dictionary, I guess. For example, OLX or Flipkart or Exxon. What is Flipkart? Flip means we are flipping mobiles. Cart is shopping cart. So they combine these two words as Flipkart. They form the word Flipkart. And other word, for example, snap deal. Snap means just we are with the moment of snap, you can finish the deal, you are complete the deal. That's a snap deal. So it's a coined words where there is no specific meaning. If you select a word like this, then there is a better chance to get easy. Your trademark can be registered. You can without any confusion, they will grant it immediately. You won't face any objections or oppositions because you have created the word. And other type is arbitrary marks. That means a word that have a dictionary definition, but the definition is completely unrelated to the product or service. Dove, Pepperfry and Apple are the best examples. Even I could say Amazon. Dove, we know what Dove is, but Dove means most people think it is a soap, but it's a bird. Pepperfry, of course, we know, but it's a furniture trading company, online e-commerce company. And Apple, of course, it's not a fruit now; it's a mobile phone or electronic device. So even it has a specific meaning in dictionary. They're used for the different purpose. You can also choose the mango. There you can say blackberry. So many things. Amazon is the name of a specific forest, but they used to market used for e-commerce platform. So these are all called arbitrary marks. This can also be granted if you have enough luck. And the next category is a suggestive mark. That means it suggests the quality or benefit of the product or service. Suggesting the quality. For example, Unilever water purifier, Purit. What is Purit? The water delivered from their water purifier is pure. So it suggests our water is pure. And the Jaguar. Jaguar that animal is meant for strong, elegant, and powerful. So the car company says our cars are really elegant and strong and powerful, like as a Jaguar. So they are suggesting the quality or benefit of the product. And the other type we can call it descriptive marks. That means it describes the product. Usually, it's very cliche type of names, marks and brands kind of thing, and so it's generally getting granted for this kind of trademarks are quite easy. Spray and wash, for example. So these 4 types, you must be careful when choosing a trademark for your business. So as I said, any title, symbol, name, signatures, or any combinations can be registered as a trademark. And slogans or punchlines, which can be used to highlight their your products or services, can also be registered. But the geographical names cannot be registered. Geographical names means Oothukudi or Erode Manjal, Polachi Tengai, like that kind of names related to the geographical names that cannot be, you cannot get registration for this kind of trade name. So please avoid using the geographical names in it. And for selling the butter and ghee, one person approached us and he asked for the brand name Navneet. So Navneet, it's not possible to give the grant because Navneet itself is a name of Navneet Krishna. What is Navneet Krishna? When then we searched and we found that it means it's butter. It represents butter, I guess. So it was not granted. And the other thing is well-known trademarks. Internationally, in some other countries or all over the world, there are several brand names which is well-known to, for example, Lenovo or Samsung. That are well-known trademarks. You cannot use that well-known trademarks even it is not registered in the specific class. For example, 35, 39, class 3 or class 7 in some classes, the Samsung name is registered. But in one class, they have not registered that because they are not doing the business name. You cannot register that name in the specific class. So once you file a trademark, it may take around 6 months to 1 year to get the grant. If there is no objection, then you will get the grant within 9 months' time. But if there are objections or oppositions, it may get the longer time to get the grant. But once it is granted, the lifetime is 10 years. Every 10 years, you have to renew. You pay the renewal fee to renew the trade name. So this is how trademark certificate looks like. So apart from this, I would like to share an important part that is domain names. What is the method of protecting the name? What you should do? First, you should search for trademark. If you are going to launch a product or if you're going to start the company and your company name also will be the product name or service name, then you have to be very careful. You have to search the trademarks first. Okay, if the trademark is available, then immediately you should search for domain name availability. If it is .com is available, then it's happy. You can get it's 100%. It's not used. Otherwise, at least for .in. If it is already domain name is registered, then you may get some confusions in later stage. And if domain name is available and the trademark is available, then you can go for. You have to search the company registration area. If it's a private limited, you have to submit the name and get the permission for. They will choose. You can select the name based on the search. So then only if you are able to get all these 3 things done perfectly, then you may start filing, creating the logo and creating the website and start marketing. But what happens now is everyone, they create the website logo and they launch the product into the market, and then only they come to protect the trademark. What happens if the name is already available? Then you have to start everything from the scratch. So So then trademark is over. I can share some points related to copyright. Copyright is a form of protection given to authors or creators of original works. If you are the creator of a specific copyrighted product, then you can go for copyright protection. So the Copyright Act 1957, it came into effect from 1958. It gives an exclusive right given by the law for certain term of years to an author, composer, or his assignee or representative to print, publish, and sell copies of his original work. The copyright are for original literary, dramatic, or musical artistic work, and cinematograph films and sound recordings. So how to obtain a copyright for a book? Maybe you publish a book, but you once it is published, you need not register for the copyright. Once it is published in your name, that itself is a proof that it's your copyright material. But even if you want to get protection, if you can go for copyright registration. So the process are you have to the first stage is filing using some applications. You have to file in the copyright office in New Delhi, and then the examination process, and they may raise the objections, and you have to appear for hearing, and finally it's registration. This is the normal process. So to register, you have to provide your personal information like your name, address, and nationality, and the nature of the applicant or representative, and you have to submit the class description and title of the work and the language in which you have written or prepared your book or your copyright material. And you have to submit the date of publication in magazines or the book. If you have published, you have to submit the dates, the data as well. So why you should protect if you register for copyright? It's a mandatory thing in case of infringement. If you want to sue for damages, then it's mandatory to register the copyright. And even if you are not published the document, you can register. Register the copyright. You can use it for during infringement for claiming damages. And this is considered as the registration is considered as prima facie evidence. That is the most important evidence or prior evidence for the as a proof that you are the owner of that copyrighted material. So if you register in India, it will be recognized in several countries. So you can also consider this point as well. So copyright infringement. What are the infringement things? So if someone is just think in other way around. If someone is protected their copyright material, a book, for example. So if you are taking photocopies and selling in your institution, or providing a space to sell this their copyrighted material, then it's an infringement. And if, for example, if in case of music, the Ilayaraja's movies are displayed earlier, and even then a YouTuber now she was decoding the music of Ilayaraja is for foreign woman. She used to decode the Ilayaraja music, but now recently from Ilayaraja they have sent a notice to that girl to stop using those copyrighted material. Like that, if you are without the permission of the particular person, if you allow a place to perform the work, it's an infringement. And distributing the infringing copies for the purpose of trade. If you take a photocopy and sell it for a low price, then it's an infringement. And you should not exhibit if you are providing any exhibition, conducting expos in your institution or any other place for selling the copyrighted material. It's an infringement. And you should not also import the infringed copies. to India, it's also an offense. So be careful when you use the copyright material. If you see it in a book, it's a kind of a notification about copyright. And you can also, if you have obtained copyright, then you can also prepare like this and you can mention in your book. Well, the industrial design part, the third one. What's an industrial design? As it says, it's a design for industry. It should be an original idea, maybe a shape, configuration, or pattern, any ornaments, or composition of lines and colors, for example, embroidery design for fabrics or saris or any other dress material, or the combination of everything can be applied for, but it should be an outcome of an industrial process. So it's purely an aesthetic appearance. Designs are approved for aesthetic appearance. You have to submit any 2-dimensional or 3-dimensionals or in both forms. You can submit your creation. It should be developed from any industrial process or means. Only the finished article, if you see in your bare eye, you have to understand, you have to differentiate or distinguish, you have to understand the product. So that is the important criteria. While filing the designs, you should not include any trademarks or brand names, property marks. Nothing should be available in the product photography or in the design drawing. So just see the image. It's SolidWorks or make a drawing. You can file like this as well. Or you can take a photograph like this and you can protect. Maybe a dress material, if you design any sari designs or any shirts with the stripes of specific designs, you can register that, or any utensils. If you have designed, you can go for protection. What is the benefit if you go for design registration? So it gives an exclusive right as all other IPs. For others cannot produce, import, sell, distribute the products or with an identical appearance. If it is similar to your product with minor changes, it's or a fraudulent or obvious imitation of your product, then you can sue them. It gives a monopoly period of 10 years. You can protect that, and you can extend for every 5 years by paying renewal fee. So it's a unique selling point. It gives an USP. It's an asset, and it can be licensed. You can transfer the technology. You can sell their license to many other companies, those who want to manufacture. For example, if you design a mobile phone case, or if you use a car, if you develop a car design for cars or alloy wheels or anything, a fabric designs, you can license your design. So you have to apply before you launch the product to the market, and keep the design confidential before filing. You have to document all the stages of development of the design so that it will be useful in case of future infringement suits part. This is how design certificate looks. You can get it maybe within 6 or 7 months from the date of filing, if the examination process is successful. So if you want to get the registration, so you have to apply with 6 different steps, maybe top view, front view, back view, isometric view, and so left side view, right side views. You have to take the photograph, or you have to give the drawing, and then you have to submit. You have to go through the examination process. Then it will be granted. So these are all the most important part. You may raise the questions at the end of this session. We can discuss in detail if you have any specific clarification. GI is one of the important part of our IP. What is geographical indication? It's the DNA of nature impregnated into the mother earth. Let me begin with the examples. Madurai Malli, Tirunelveli Halwa, Kanchipuram silk saree, Assam tea. Why the specific area, Coimbatore red vendors? Why they have a unique, their unique nature? Because it's because of the nature's DNA. This mother earth has some specific quality in the specific area. So, which is totally difficult to clone, and it's beyond any scientific things. It's because of the nature. So you cannot recreate it. And you can go for registration. I will explain in detail in the coming slides. For example, Darjeeling tea, Mysore silks, Tanjore paintings, Scotch whiskey, and Madurai Malli. These are all the GI examples for GIs. Some things are still pending, and some geographical indications are not accepted. So, if, for example, why the Coimbatore red grinder is famous? Because the stones are really hard, and the lifetime of the grinder is better, and it's resistant for so many cycles. So, Coimbatore red grinders are famous. And Tripur, why Tripur became the dollar city, and it's a garment hub of garments? Because of the 50 years ago, the various for bleaching process in India, from Japanese some other companies, they have tried to bleach their fabric, and in Tripur, because of the quality of Noyal River's water level, the outcome of the bleaching was really good. So bleaching factories have started, and then dyeing factories, and then garment factories. So the rest of history. But what happened now? We have lost the river. But that is a different story. Like that, the Mother Nature that helped to enhance the business. Even you can buy a saree with the tag, it gives a special value. So it gives a legal protection to geographical indications in India and in other countries. It also prevents unauthorized use of a registered GI. You cannot claim all the sarees as conjugal sheets. It's an infringement. Without the certificate GI tag, you cannot sell it. And that GI tag gives you an extra benefit, even especially for the export process. And it gives the economic property, it promotes the economic prosperity of producer of goods. Maybe the weavers in the specific area, they can get benefits. Now, recently, the issue is going on the Sugidi sarees. Government has introduced the GST of 12%, and one of our MP requested to remove the GST for the Sugidi sarees because the weavers are from Saurashtra community. It's their personal business. And it's GI tagged, so please, the MP representatives are requesting the government, central government, to remove the tax for that. And now I think they have removed it. So this is the story, and every day it happens. If you watch the newspaper, you can get several news, at least news a week about GI.
Sir, your voice is breaking, sir.
Maybe for Sundays due to the internet, I think.
Now it's okay, sir. Now it's okay.
Okay, so I have a poor connectivity here. So apart from this, which is mostly unpopular in India, the trade secrets, because in India we have a traditional knowledge of several thousand years. Most of the medicines are developed based on our traditional knowledge, and we have also fought for the traditional knowledge based on neem and turmeric. But these trade secrets are different. You should not confuse with the traditional knowledge and trade secret. Trade secrets are confidential information that has a commercial value. So maybe a financial, technical, structural, marketing, engineering, distribution, so many processes involved, pricing techniques that can be protected as trade secret. Let me share an example of trade secret, well-known trade secrets. It's KFC. This secret consists of 11 herbs and spices. It is kept in the bank vault. Very few people know, but they maintain the secrecy. So those ingredients are mixed in 2 different companies in 2 different locations. And in the third location, in the separate location, they mix those 2 ingredients. So everyone may not know. Very few people know, and very the volume very out of 11, they know only, someone may know only 5, and others know the rest of the 3, and others know the rest of the 3. So mixes together in the end point, and they will get the complete recipe. And no one knows. It is lost for several years. But what is the difference between trade secret or patents? There is no registration process required for trade secrets. But for patent, you must file and you have to get the registration, you have to get the grant for the patent. And the duration is not limited. If in case of trade secret, you can maintain in years together, you can maintain the secret. But for patents, it's only limited duration, maybe 20 years. And you need not disclose the trade secret. It's a secret, so you need not disclose. But for patent, you have to disclose it. And you can claim wider information in your trade secrets. But patents are limited to the claims. You cannot claim everything under the world. You have to specifically claim what is your invention. And you cannot go for enforcement in trade secrets, because you have to go, if you go for enforcement, you have to disclose what is in your product and what others are using. So it's quite difficult. But as you have the exclusive right in patents, you can go for enforcing if someone infringes your IP. So these are all the 4 other IPs, and we have discussed. And please let me know if you have any specific questions in it. So thank you.
Sir, thank you, sir. Participants, do you have any question? You can ask our resource person. Sir, I have got one question, sir. Our faculties are writing their own manual for lab practicals. Can it be copyrighted, and what is the procedure to copyright those lab manuals?
The manuals can also be copyrighted. We have to apply to the copy, as I mentioned. I have to request. You have to file application with the documents. If in the soft copy as well as the hard copy, if available. And then it's a regular procedure. We can apply. It may cost around, including it's only 500 rupees to 1,000 rupees in filing fees, but the attorney fees comes around. It may examination everything comes around 10 to 15,000 maximum if you approach attorneys.
What will be the time period of getting it registered, sir? Is there any time period?
Maximum 6 months to 1 year.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Sir,
But
good morning, sir.
Registered, yeah, good morning.
So this is Thomas Selvan from Electronics Department.
Please.
So shall I ask question?
Yes, please.
Yes. Sir, can you tell what are the limitations to identify the copyright in our electronics background? What are the limitation and the exceptions to copyright?
You can specify what is your requirement. What are you going to protect in copyright?
Sir, actually, we are in electronics background. We have do some lab experiments and lab practicals. But in our lab experiments, we already done in some other way. But in our part, what are the limitations to get an copyright
Yes, please.
for the lab manual?
Limitation in the sense, you are mostly into PLC programming or embedded programming that may be applicable to some software copyright registration, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. So in that case, you like poem, the words are already known. You are rearranging the words. Like in programming, it's they have created, someone has created the programs, maybe embedded programs or something. You are just using that code and you are writing the program for a specific outcome. So you don't know which is already, because every machine's devices, electronic devices, they use programming codes, and you don't know how many how is this already used. You created means it may have, there are plenty of chances that a probability that it's already there. That is the limitation, and
Yes, sir.
chances of getting grant is very less because it's already known, and you are just for example, if you sing songs, for example, you know the difference between two songs. There are a number of, if you hear two songs, they are not identical. But in programs, not like that. It's the back end. You don't know how it is achieved. You cannot find it, all the codes used to get the specific outcome. That is the limitation in the electronics part.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Welcome, sir.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Sir, I have a doubt. I was reading a book
Sir,
Yes, sir. Sir, I was reading a book yesterday, and the author's name is R. Mannar Mannan, and he has copyrighted his name because above his name there is the logo that is marked as C. So, can we really copyright our names?
So, copyright names are purely it's a brand names. Any names that can be applied for trademark.
Yes, sir. That's what.
Copyright. They don't know the difference between copyright and trademark. They are using.
Okay. Because that's what actually flummoxed me, because
I don't know. Filing trademark, you cannot use the word or something big unless you have the registered certificate.
Yes. At least we could he could have named, copyrighted or trademarked his book's name, but he had copyrighted his own actual name, author R. Mannar Mannan, and the C symbol is just above his name. So I was wondering whether we could even copyright our names.
No. Copyrights are different. We have explained as a creative works, and names comes under trademark area.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. C. Deepa had
you have asked something.
Sir, Dr. C. Deepa had asked one question. Sir, algorithm used is already existing one. So can we do it? It means that she is asking whether the algorithms are already used. So that can be copyrighted. If a faculty...
You can mostly...
Sir, if a faculty comes with new program, can it be copyrighted?
Yes, you can go for copyrighting. You can apply for
new program and new algorithm. It shall be copyrighted, right? Am I right, sir?
Yes. Sir, I'm Sumati from IT.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I'm Sumati from IT.
Yes, ma'am. I hear you.
Sir, continuation of that lab manual. Is there any minimum content or minimum number of programs in a lab manual when we go for a copyright?
Nothing so specific, ma'am.
minimum number of exercise required?
No, that nothing so specific.
Okay, sir. So, and one more question, sir. We are
Yes.
publishing conference proceedings with ISBN number. Shall we get copyright for that also?
Once it is published, it itself says it's your copyright.
Okay. Shall we put copyright symbol also? Or we have to apply separately?
Yes, you have to apply separately.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Any questions from the participants?
Yes, I'm Deepa Sandanam. I have to ask a same clarification what I put it onto the chat box.
Yes,
The thing is that regarding to the computer science and everything, regarding the lab manual, we prepare the program based on to the already existing algorithm. So my question was, can it be copyrighted? We cannot do it now because already the algorithm exists. We do it. We use the same algorithm for different purposes. So in such a case, can it be copyrighted?
Yes, ma'am. This is a difficult question. Actually, this is what I'm facing. You can apply for copyright, but the grant is a question mark because its algorithm is there. The same for same. You have to repeat the same programming codes to create a specific algorithm. So, but for example, what's the output? It depends on the output. For Swiggy is working on different algorithm. Uber is working on different algorithm.
No, sir, the thing is that the same algorithm is used for different purposes. Here, actually, when we are solving a problem, we use one or the another algorithm which is already existing. But the purpose of the specification happens to be different. So when I give a lab manual, in the case of the same lab manual, the questions will be there. Sorting is a thing, any of the sorting algorithm can be used, but what type of sorting is done depends on to the scenario. So if that is the case,
Yes.
Can it be copyrighted?
We can apply for that.
Algorithm is the same,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
but
It's a
scenario
case to case.
varies. In such a case, if I keep a copyright, the same scenario cannot be used, no, sir. But the algorithm is the same algorithm what we have learned years before.
Yes. That's what it's a there's a front end and back end. What is the front? What is the what you are delivering in the front end? I could say the front end and back end. What normal people see and what normal people cannot see. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Hello, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So, for example, an application, mobile application, you see the front end, it works in a different way, the purpose, but the back end, they are using some specific program. You can apply for that specific program to achieve the desired output. But in this case, several are applied for copyright, but it's getting the grant is quite difficult. Under service, it is really non-identical.
Sir, how do we know that it is already available?
Yes,
Same
that's we have to go for apply for. We have to apply for examination, and during the examination process, they will we have to clarify.
Okay, okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the participants?
One more clarification, sir. I'm seeing Dr. Deepa. It is regarding the
Yes,
previous session you were talking about the patent, sir. Sir, actually, assume that I have patented a product, design product in the year 2000, and another modification had come
2000.
2000, or let it be 2020 also. but another modification of that product had come and new patent taken in the year 2022. So what happens to the older patent and to the new patent? Will it exist or will it go?
This is you should have filed as a patent of addition. If it is an improvement from the existing patent, you have to mention that this is a patent of addition, and you have to file that, so that both patent can be considered as a single patent during the examination process. And if you want, you can postpone that patent's content to this patent of addition's date, and some other provisions are available. Even you have to pay the renewal fee for one, or at least for only for the main patent. And it's based on the priority date. You can even postpone the priority date of the claim. There are so many possibilities are available for that if it is in the similar area.
Sir, okay, sir. Thank you, sir. But if
you have to mention while applying, you have to mention it as patent of addition.
Okay, sir. As in that, for 2020, a product design has been patented and it is onto the name of mines. In 2022, you made improvement and you took the patent. So in such a case, what will happen?
2000 or 2022?
22, sir. The new patent is taken by you with a little modification and everything. So what will happen?
2000 or 2022, which is the
old
year?
Patent is modified and new patent is taken by another person.
What is the year of filing of new patent?
New patent in 2022.
Yeah, older patent?
2020.
Okay. In this case, because for example, let me say general example. 2000, there are in electric vehicle charging, there are around 10,000 patents available. Okay, function way result. So for the similar function, to achieve the result, how you differ from the inventory? Excuse me. How you differ in the inventory step part? There are several ways to achieve the desired goal. So yet another method is the another classification. So there cannot be only one invention for all the for a single problem. To solve a problem, you can use n number of variations that can be patented.
But may not be the same person will be taking. No, it can be from different persons. No.
Yes. During examination, if it is agreed, then it will be approved. Otherwise, it won't be granted.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Any other questions? Nithilan?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Nithilan.
Sir, I believe there is no more questions, and as like promised that we've got lots of information from you, and it was a wonderful session, sir. So on behalf of the organizing committee, our principal and the staff members, I thank you very much. I know you're very well associated with us, sir. So we like to have more sessions in the future so that we could pick your brain for the growth of our institution and the faculty members, sir. So thank you very much, sir. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you all participants.
Thank you.